Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la.
Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la.
La 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 la. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la.
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Mercato is crazy, Mercato never sleeps. Wherever you are in the world, it is always time for Mercato talks. Today, I was hesitant, what do I do? Should I just upload a video, like usual, with the news, or should we stay together to speak? Because there is the name of Tomori that you saw on the thumbnail. We need to speak about it. What is true, what is not true? How feasible is it to have Tomori in January? How feasible is it to have Tomori in the month of June, July? How feasible is it to have Hancko? What about Antonio Silva? We have to speak about defense, attenzione, because Tomori is a name that we already mentioned 2 days ago, if you were following here the live, before the paper starting to put him on the front page today. Then a lot of other questions, Tonali, Yildiz, Fagioli, because yesterday I made a video and I think that some of you didn't really understand what I meant about Kenan Yildiz, and I want to clarify that as soon as possible. But first of all, of course, let me take some time to say hello to all the people that are here in the chat together with us on it's 2 p.m. my time, so I don't know what time it is where you are living in the world. I see people that are connecting from Indonesia, Singapore as well. Singapore, where once they can follow the live, because we know that when we go live, usually in the late night live there, it's already the middle of, or nearly the morning, if not the morning, and people are already sleeping or still sleeping. So good. Ciao Stavros, ciao grande Acrepi, ciao LJJ, grandissimo LJJ, ciao Fabix, ciao Pavol, ciao Naruto, ciao Suraz. Soon we are Milantus, with Kalulu. I don't know who else we have from Milan like this by heart. Kalulu. Is there someone else? Kalulu. Wait, Di Gregorio. Cambiaso, Danilo. Boh, I see only Kalulu. What Pirlo? Pirlo is not at Juve. Locatelli. The Cilio is not there. Guys, the Cilio is gone. Locatelli is true. Locatelli and Kalulu, Oh. Ciao LJJ, Easy American. Who? Ciao Rise and Cross. Ciao to RB comes saying Giuntoli. Ciao Lips. Ciao Bogdan. Buongiorno Bogdan. Ciao Giga Chat 1897. I have all the information about Tomori. That you want to know. Ciao Stavros again. Ciao Thomas. Good morning. Ciao Juventini. Is it January already? No, but we know it. The Mercato is not done in January. The Mercato is done in December, because that's where things are moving. That's where Giuntoli is working. Someone said, I believe it was Kirill, one loyal fan of the channel, should focus on the field, which is totally correct. I said, basta Mercato, we should focus on the field, because that's what mattered the most. My answer was immediately to Kirill, my friend, Thiago Motta and the players, they need to think 100% focusing on the field. Giuntoli needs to think about Mercato, because if he's not thinking about Mercato, now we have a huge problem, because January goes like this, and it's over, And then if you wanted to reinforce you, if you wanted to compensate what you lost, then it's over. It is over. Now, the question, before starting to tell you everything I know about the updates about Mercato is, what are you thinking about? Be honest, huh? Be totally honest. Don't try to be a football player or a coach. Be who you are, a supporter of Juve. What are you thinking about? Are you thinking, honestly, more about Monza Juve of Sunday, 8:45 p.m. Italian time, or are you thinking more about transfer market, about calcio mercato as we speak now? Then, of course, tomorrow things can change, but now, as we speak, the people that are alive, what are you thinking about the most? Mercato or about Juve, Monza Juve, because we are playing away from home. It changed. For once it changed. Ciao TR, ciao grande TR. You know, I already prepared everything that we need to know. We have here Twitter that is open. We also have here the front pages with all the information. Also update about Tonali, the third day in a row from from Corriere dello Sport and Zazzaroni. So we have also there an update. Huh? We have a new member on the chat that I really want to say thank you to. Let me say thank you to the new member, Ali Fahad. Ciao and welcome as a member. Really appreciate it for all the support. Thank you, Ali Fahad, and also thank you to Miguel Mercieca, 16 months as a member with us. Bring Hajbal to review the first FR season. Hajbal? Who is Hajbal? Who is Hajbal? You want to speak about Coach Faraz? Is that Hajbal? I don't know. Hajbal. Seriously, I would love to bring some people on, but who is this guy, Hajbal? Anyway, let me know if you want to let me know, because I'm a bit confused. Bring Hajbal. Who is Hajbal? Mamma mia. Thomas, I'm thinking more of Monza, the next game, but in the background about Mercato, we have 3 long-term injuries that need replacement: Bremer, Caval, and Milik. This will help us to be more competitive. Monza is always a tricky team for us. They always give us some difficulties. We have to be careful and respect Monza. Top 4 in Serie A. Good morning from Canada, Juve fan forever. Ciao grande, Mercato 100%. Transfer market, I want to find a place for Fagioli to secure Hancko. He's already anticipating us. If we want Hancko, what needs to happen? Monza, I always think about the game. Hashbal is another YouTuber. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Never heard about him. Is he a Juve YouTuber? Because that's strange. I should know. I will check him later. Ciao Eddie! Ciao Beppe, you're the best. Happy Christmas times. Yeah, for all the people that are celebrating, of course, and that are starting maybe to anticipate a bit the holiday. Happy Christmas period. Of course, we will do the best wishes when it will be time. 24 the evening before, and then on 25th, of course, the day that Jesus was born. Ciao Kolo, good morning, buongiorno. Dan Beppe, Milik is out longer than ACL. What the hell is going on? Maybe I can give you an update on that, but I already said it. I will repeat it in a few seconds. The problem with Milik is that we don't know what he has. We're all thinking that he would have gone back or already be back in December, and he's not back. At the moment, 0. We still hope to see him before the end of the year. I told you, if he's able to at least start training and we can see him physically also in La Continassa, would be good to evaluate him, because Thiago Motta is not close to Milik to evaluate him, to understand him, but the problem is that until today, 0 training session with him. Would be nice to have him at disposal, to test him, to understand what we can do with him, if yes or no, or maybe even to send him on loan, because that would be one of the things, maybe sending him on loan, saving a bit of salary there, and maybe going for another player as a vice Dusan Vlahovic, or a player that can play in cooperation with Dusan Vlahovic up front. But no news about Milik, and that's really worrying, because the latest update we're saying December. At the moment, we don't see him. At least he will not play any game in 2024. I mean, the remaining part of 24. So he will not be there for Monza. Forget about Fiorentina. And probably he will not travel with the team with Saudi Arabia. That's about Milik. But that we have a problem there up front, absolutely yes. The hope of Giuntoli would be that he's back at least physically so that we can loan him out, he can gain some minute time and we can save a part of his salary. But this is absolutely at the moment not a certainty. Ciao Lorenzo, buongiorno. Please, any news about Kenan? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So I will tell you. But first, let me say thank you to Blago. Grande Blago, my friend. It's time to shift to higher gear. It's time to enter the winning cycle of 3-4 weeks, Serie A and Supercoppa. I remember that I made a poll, Blago, thank you for 29 months as a member. I made a poll before the Cagliari game in Coppa Italia. I said 3 remaining games in 2024. Will it be the first time that we will hit 3 wins in a row? Because I repeat you, Cagliari, Monza, and Fiorentina. I said, how many of these games will we be able to win? And not a lot of people said 3-on-3. We had a few with a 2-on-3, some 1-on-3. Some people were joking with a XXX, so that means draw. But not a lot of people said 3-on-3. We started well, we have 1-on-1. Let's see what will happen with the 2 other ones. When I see 2-on-3, Salman that is confirming 2-on-3 means that you are a bit scared, or the Monza or the Fiorentina game. I see it already. A draw against Viola. Milik is just missing the Euro 2028. Milik is a problem. So let me answer the question about Kenan Yildiz. That maybe was wrongly interpreted, or people didn't listen and they went with Mamma Mia, Kenan on the market. Okay, let me tell you that Kenan Yildiz is not on the transfer market, okay? He's not on the transfer market. It's not even the idea to put Kenan on the market. Kenan is untouchable. There is no price tag for Kenan Yildiz in the month of January. He's going nowhere. No intention. Juventus was not even thinking about it. Why are we speaking about Kenan Yildiz? That's maybe the good question. Because Zazzaroni, the director of Corriere dello Sport, 3 days ago started with a page where he said Tonali is an idea. Juve, to reach the 55 million euro that Newcastle is asking for the player, they would even be ready to sacrifice Fagioli and Kenan Yildiz. And if Fagioli is a total different story, not in the deal for Tonali, but it's a total different story, Kenan Yildiz has been put there on the front page, which made a lot of Juventini anxious, worried, even if we know that these big news out of nowhere, especially if they are reported by one source only, most of the time they are blew up. He continued the second day insisting on that news, and this is why we were speaking about Kenan Yildiz. After informing myself, guys, what did I say yesterday? The intention of Juve is not to split roles with Kenan, because Kenan is, I'm not saying the center of the project of Juve, because there is no player anymore with a center of the project, which I never liked, because we went with Dybala is the center of the project, we went with Vlahovic is the center of the project, with Chiesa is the center of the project. I don't like that, because one injury and the center of the project is gone. So you go with the center of the project is Juventus. Juventus is a new technical staff, young players, sustainability, etc., etc. That's the project of Juve. Trying also to play in a different way, etc., etc. We know the project of Juve. We spoke about it a lot of time. But in that project, a player like Yildiz is fundamental, because he's really into that line of we are sustainable. We work also and try to take resources from our next gen or youth academy. It's a player that received the 10. It's a player with potential, even more, even if he already showed a lot of things. So Juventus have no intention, also because they are aware that today Kenan has one value on transfer market, or a value in the other clubs that are watching him that is growing. You remember that tweet of Paul Scholes, that Instagram story of Paul Scholes, that people will say, but it's a joke. No, it's really important, because it shows international appeal. Today we are always speaking, or internationally, about a Turkish guy that is Arda Güler. Well, Kenan has been overshadowed by Arda Güler and is never playing. People are starting to realize maybe the real deal is Kenan Yildiz. So when yesterday I told you there is a price tag for Kenan Yildiz, not for January, forget about it, but for next summer and the next summer and the next summer and the next summer. It's because it's a reality. At Juventus Football Club, all the players have a price tag, but this is for every single Italian club and probably for nearly 90% of the football clubs in the world. There are not a lot of clubs that are putting no price tag on their player. Now, I saw a lot of reaction of people saying, if we sell Kenan Yildiz, I will not follow this team anymore. What is happening? But these guys are they are only thinking about money. What did Juventus become, etc., etc. Now, maybe a lot of people are new in supporting Juve. Maybe a lot of people, they discovered Juve only in the winning cycle. But Juventus, since ever, has always been a selling club. There are a lot of examples of players that came to Juve. Christian Vieri come to Juve. There is a big offer that comes immediately after 1 year where we made that the value, and he was gone to Atletico Madrid before going to Lazio and Inter and Milan and etc. etc. Christian Vieri is a beautiful example of that. Young player, taken from Atalanta. He's doing a beautiful season. Player is on the market. Filippo Inzaghi, top scorer. Don't forget about that. Before he was a legend of Milan, he was really important to Juve. Milan, Filippo Inzaghi gone. Zinedine Zidane, you want to leave? Leave. Thierry Henry is a bit a different story because Thierry Henry was not yet the player. There was something that we could already see back then. I remember Thierry Henry really well. I remember when he scores a brace against Lazio, when Di Livio is running towards him, he's taking him here and he's shoo in his ear. And we were able to read the shoo where he said, "Tu sei un fenomeno, you are a fenomeno." Di Livio is probably the real first one that discovered Thierry Henry, that the people are not speaking enough about. But Vidal to Munich, to Bayern Munich. But Juventus has always been... Paul Pogba is a good example, ragazzi. So Juventus has always been a selling club. That doesn't mean that we are an Ajax, for example. We are not a fabrica of young players and then we sell them. That's not Juventus. But Juventus has been always a selling club. The big difference with Juventus has always been we sell smart or we sold smart. Just adding another name. Matthijs de Ligt. Wanna go? The door is open, The door is open. We're always able to sell smart. We sold, but we already had a plan that was there. When Zidane leaves, you have already a few players. And what players that are waiting there and knocking on the door? We are here. It happened with Vieri, it happened with Inzaghi and David Trezeguet that was already there, anticipated 1 more year because they played 1 year together. So, you see, this is Juventus. So, it's not about... but if you sell Kenan Yildiz, no. Everyone at Juventus has a price, especially in this situation. The only difference with back then is back then you were Serie A, you were the top of the world, you were Juventus, you are still Juventus in Italy, but internationally as well. You could attract whatever player you wanted. Big, huge difference where today Serie A is not the same appeal, even if Serie A starts to be reconsidered a lot, thanks to the European performances, thanks to a lot of probably other leagues that are doing less good. So Serie A is reconsidered a lot. But the reality is that probably today we don't have the same power as in the past. Reality. Bonucci to Milan, for example, as well. So, but that doesn't mean that Kenan is on the market next year. Nobody says that. I didn't say that. Juve didn't say that. I was just explaining you that if a huge big offer arrives, let's go crazy, 100 million euro. On top of that, a big fee of salary arrives for Kenan Yildiz because today he's earning 1.8 million. If a salary arrives of 7 million euro with 100 million for Juve, I can tell you that obviously Juventus and Kenan Yildiz, both of them will think about it. Then that doesn't mean that he will leave. He said it 3 days ago, 1 week ago. He said, where I see myself in 5 years is at Juventus Football Club, on the field, with this shirt, trying to win whatever we can win. Now, that's a story, that's beautiful, and I really believe in Juve intention, Kenan Yildiz intention, but pay attention also to our ranking. Because for a 19-year-old boy, 1 year without Champions League is feasible. Why not? But if we don't qualify to Champions League, it's not anymore 100 million euro that they will offer you, because they will know that you are in a bloodbath of financial problems. And then they will try. You will have even more clubs that will go with out of proportion, but not as good as we would love to for some of our players. And I'm not only speaking about Kenan Yildiz, I'm speaking about a lot of players. Bremer, luckily and unfortunately is injured, so but it makes totally sense. It makes totally sense, 100%. But at today, it's more Zazzaroni, director of Corriere dello Sport, that wanted to put a bit of a storm in a calm sea, in a calm ocean. That's the story. That's it. So forget about Kenan. It's not even a point of discussing Kenan Yildiz today. It's not even a point. It's not even on the agenda. Not mine. I hope not yours. Especially not Juventus and Kenan Yildiz. So these discussions about Kenan, they come because someone wanted people to start putting a bit of doubts, a bit of annoying, anti-Juve. Juve, they won 4-0. Let's try to put something negative so that they go and... No, ragazzi, no. We should not be attracted, sucked in that negative storm that he created out of nowhere. Maybe yesterday I didn't express myself because it was a video and not a live. I didn't take the time to really express myself 100%. I saw a few answers of people saying, but no, Kenan is not on the market. Voila. Is that clear? Is that clear? That we have to go to top 4 is an obligation. Ciao Nino, ciao Sasha. Makes sense. Sasha, makes sense. Del Piero had a price, my friends. For people that remember, Del Piero, pre-2006, had a price. Del Piero, if there was not Calciopoli, and you know that I love Del Piero, so it's not speaking bad about Del Piero or not, but there were some offers. Yeah, Sir Alex wanted him when Juve went in Serie B. So that's a different story, and he said no. But Del Piero had a price, of course. Of course. Before Calciopoli, Del Piero could have gone to other teams, then it didn't happen. Luckily for us, but Del Piero, there were some talks. Moggi said it. I believe that he said it as well, that there were some offers. Yeah, of course, Del Piero had a price. Capello, I don't know if you remember, probably not because you were not born or you don't remember, but Capello was not playing him. Capello was at a certain moment not playing, and it was even quite harsh and I believe unrespectful when he said, no, I don't play him because Alessandro Del Piero, he will one day thank me because the fact that I'm not playing him now will extend his career. He will be able to play longer, and one day he will be grateful to me, which was extremely disrespectful towards Alessandro Del Piero. He was playing David Trezeguet and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Bravo, Akrepi. Akrepi remembers. You see, I'm not crazy. Yorio remembers as well. So, yeah, he had a price. Now, the story is telling us that Alessandro Del Piero stayed. Buffon, but Buffon could have gone as well. I said it as well. Then, that the player says, no, I don't go. That it's not because you have a price that you're obliged to go. It's always the player and the club together. They will speak together and they will... Roberto Baggio! Roberto Baggio. Sacrifice. So don't tell me now Juventus is what did Juventus become? The intention of selling, or we put a price like what are we doing? No, Juventus has always been like that. Has always been like that. Always. And it's, guys, it's not bad, huh? It's not bad, huh? But Zambrotta, you know Zambrotta, guys. I'm not pissed off with Zambrotta because he left. Yeah, also, because he was my top 3 favorite player back then, in 2006. But Zambrotta, at the end, not all, that's a reality that maybe people, they don't know about Juve of 2006. Juve of 2006, they couldn't keep all the players that we had. So, being pissed off on Cannavaro, Ibrahimovic, Vieira, Thuram, Zambrotta makes no sense because they left. Because not all the players could stay at Juventus because Juventus had a huge, big financial hit. The difference is there were some players that stayed because they wanted to stay. There were some players that didn't want to stay. But the huge big difference in how I continue to give some respect or not to some players is how they acted after leaving Juve in 2006. And Zambrotta didn't act well. That's the huge difference why Zambrotta is not anymore in my top 150 players of Juve. Bravo, Giorgio. That's why. That's why. Now, that players, not all of them could stay. No, guys. No. If you know the history of Baggio, with all the respect, and probably the biggest Italian player ever, he didn't even want to come to Juve. He didn't like Juve. But that's another story. Oh, ragazzi, Mercato is crazy. We spoke about Yildiz, and that's the thing. We spoke about Milik, and that's the thing. What do we start with? What do you want to know? Maybe Tomori? You want the story about Tomori before going to Tonali, because it's not over with Tonali, Fagioli, etc., etc. You want to go to Tomori? Yes or no? Tomori, yes or no? Tomori, yes or no? People have voted. Yes, Tomori. Okay. How do we go to Tomori? You will tell me, Beppe, we go to Tomori because of this first page. If you go into our Telegram group, you will see that I posted this video. You can click on it on our Telegram group and you will hear it. Where? That's a part of the live that we did where I said, pay attention because Cristiano Giuntoli has a soft spot for the Scudetto Milan season 21-22. And I said 3 names. I said Kalulu. I said Tonali because that's what we were speaking about. But I said, between Kalulu and Tonali, I said Tomori. Okay? You know that I have the huge big opportunity to be together with Luca Monblano, with Massimo Zampini. We speak every day. We update us. And it's true that they told me, pay attention, Beppe, because there is that soft spot and Tomori is a name. It's a name that Juventus is interesting for. By the way, you want the real backstage story for Tomori? You want the real? The real backstage story for Tomori is that this summer, when Calafiori flopped, and when Todibo was about to flop, Giuntoli went to Milan and he asked for Tomori. He didn't ask first for Kalulu. The first name of Giuntoli in the summer after Calafiori and a bit later in second phase than Todibo was Tomori, where Milan said no. And then we went for this guy here, Kalulu. Okay? It's important information to tell you that it's not just like that. It's really, 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 really a real interest. Tomori, un colpo alla Kalulu. Tomori, again, another Kalulu bis signing. Is it true that there is an interest of Juve? Yes, it's true. And I just confirmed you that it's true because of that soft spot from Giuntoli. Because I went back to season 21-22 and a lot of games they played with Tomori left center back, Kalulu right center back. So forming again that Scudetto Milan center back at Juve today until the end of the season, or at least until Bremer recuperate, would be really, really beautiful because they know each other, because they were already partner, because they have a great relationship with each other. Would be extremely good. Then when Bremer comes back, because I know that the question will come, Kalulu can shift again on the right side with Cambiaso on the left, and you already have your, I believe, your defense for the next 3-4 years. On top, of course, because then people will complain, on top of Cabal, on top of Federico Gatti, you know, that we need 22, 24 players that are more or less, if possible, the same level with different characteristics. So Kalulu can play on the center, Kalulu can play on the right, Gatti can play on the center, you know. So it's not Kalulu is playing and then the other one is not playing, Gatti will be on the bench and never play again. No. Okay, important. No, Theo Hernandez will not come to Juve, guys. But that is the idea. But how come we are there? Why are they speaking about it? Because the interest of Juve, but also something happened at Milan. And that's important to know if you really want to know. By the way, I went to the injury. It's not an injury-prone player. The only time that he was really long injured was 2 months, 13 games that he missed from December 2023. So last year until February, it's also because he came from 60 games in a row played. It was not human at all. But if you are looking at this season, you will see that something strange happened because he played 14 games, 8 only in Serie A on 16, if I'm not wrong, 5 in Champions League, 1 in Coppa Italia. You see that he played all the Champions League game, the 5th one, and the last one he didn't play. You see that he was an undiscussed starter in the beginning of the season in Serie A, and then he enters 2 minutes here, he enters 9 minutes here, and the rest he doesn't even enter. There was even a game, and this one was postponed. So what do we see here? We see that suddenly a guy that is starting every game, a guy that is playing every single minute, out of nowhere, he disappears. 26th of October, 29th of October, something happened there. Up 26th of November is the last time they played 90 minutes in Champions League. So what happened? Some people are telling me it is because of that game. But I can be wrong, huh? The game, is that the game of the penalty masquerade? You remember? Who takes the penalty, who is not taking the penalty? I am the penalty taker. Ah, no, you are not the penalty taker. Let's do the gift. Ah, it was the birthday of Theo Hernandez, I believe, where he missed that penalty, no? Let me check. I can be wrong, huh? But I think it's that game. Red card. When is the birthday of Teo Hernandez? Let me check. 6th of October. Bravo. It's that game. It's that game. The 6th of October. Here. Fiorentina. Bravo. Bravo, Sadvik. They think stupid team decide penalties by birthdays. You know that it remembers me when I was a young kid. And at my club, I was 8 years old. I already told you that story, by the way. And the captain was chosen for a year. But if in a weekend or in a week it was the birthday of one of the kids, the kid could have had the armband of captain during that game. It was a beautiful gift. And I remember because I'm born the 11th of October, but my father, he wrote it wrong in the inscription, and they actually interchanged it. So they put like the 10th of November. And I was a kid, I was 8. You know, I went like, because I didn't receive the captain born, I went like a kid like this, you know, like coach, you know. And they check, but no, we don't know. They check the paper. You are born on the 10th of November. I said, no, it's today, my birthday. And I was really, really sad. And luckily then they understood it was a problem. I received the captain band, but I was really sad. It's a shocking story for a guy of 8 years. You see, it's like, how long? 35 years ago, I still remember that story. Anyway, that's not why we are here. You see that something broke up in that day. He's not playing anymore. He's pissed off. He wants to leave. Saraz, I still have your birthday gift at my place. You have a birthday gift for me. Come, give it to me. What are you waiting for? We are. Then you will tell me, Beppe, it was a Christmas gift. Bravo. Kolo is also saying it's not an injury-prone player until he comes to Juve. Then things are changing, of course. Like Douglas Luiz, for example. Something broke with the coach. Like Teo Hernandez, that is on the media, that they are speaking about a lot. We all know. Tomori, they are not speaking a lot about, but Tomori is more or less in the same situation. Today, I think it's Gazzetta that is opening with... No, it's not Gazzetta then. It's Corriere. It's Corriere. Corriere that is opening with fatal hour. It's last hour. It's 5 before midnight. You know how we say it? Fonseca and Milan. It's a turnaround. It's l'ultima curva, the last step. Today is a big test. Verona could possibly decide the future of Paolo Fonseca. So, at the moment, Tomori, that has a contract with Milan, because it's already his third season. Wait. I will tell you, I think he has a contract until 2027, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, until 2027. So Juventus could go and say, oh, he's not playing at you. We need a defender. We want to invest. We do the Kalulu deal and everyone is happy. Because he's not happy at you. He's not playing. You can a bit cash in with that player. We have a problem. Let's do it. Why not? And in an ideal world, the player is happy, the clubs are happy, but why is he not playing? Because of Milan or because of Fonseca? It's because of Fonseca-Tomori relationship. Now, it's true that here you have l'ora fatale, the fatal hour. If today they don't win against Verona or they don't convince against Verona, it could be the last minutes of Fonseca at Milan. By the way, if we go to calciomercato.com, what do we see here? Il ritorno di Max. Max is coming back on the bench. Apparently, even if it could be the last hours on Fonseca. Guys, if it's not Verona, it's the next one. If it's not the next one, it's the next one. If it's not the next one, it's the next one. Allegri always said, I don't take any team while the season is going. For example, West Ham, I'm waiting for the new year to start a new project. But if it would be Milan, he would be also ready to come back in the season. Will he go there? Will he not go there? You know that the relationship with Ibrahimovic is not that great. It's a bit toxic between them. He's earning a lot of million. It's a tough one. Huh? There are some other names like Xavi, like Sarri. But why am I telling you that? Not first of all, because if Max Allegri comes to Milan instead of Fonseca, you know who we are playing against in that semi-final of Supercoppa on the 3rd of January. Maybe it will be a Milan Juve with Max on the bench, again pissed off against Giuntoli. Could be it could be the revenge of Max in Saudi Arabia. But it's true, guys. But why am I telling you all of that? Because today Tomori could potentially be on the market for Milan. But if they change coach, and they will change coach soon, before the end of the season, I don't know if it will be Max or another coach. This problem is solved here. The problem of Tomori of not playing is immediately solved. And also, Milan is a bit scared. They don't want to do a Kalulu 2.0. They would love to avoid it because, people already, the Milanisti, they are pissed off, They are pissed off. They are saying, but Kalulu, you saw, we told you not to sell him. So they are a bit scared. They really are a bit scared that it happened again. So I think from what I heard at the end, Tomori in January will not happen. I needed to do the suspense music. Beautiful story, I think I explained in the detail, the love of Giuntoli already for the Scudetto Milan, then the interest of Giuntoli before Kalulu, when then Tomori didn't go, so they went for Kalulu. The problems of that penalty birthday, since then, he's not playing anymore with Fonseca. Fonseca, that is at risk. Verona could be the last one. They could have another coach that could possibly be Max Allegri or another one that will probably have another vision, another feeling with Tomori, where he will be again the starter, because he is the starter at Milan. He should be the starter at Milan. Milan that is a bit scared of doing that. At the end, all in all, even if there is a real interest, and it's not a lie, I believe that, I believe it will not happen in January. Then, in the summer, this is how Marotta had problems, Is my eye normal, guys? Nabi. Is it straight? Can you confirm that it's straight? Because if I look straight, I don't see, of course. I cannot check. Boo. Thank you, Giratina. Oh, okay. And this is about Tomori. Do I know something about Mattia Liberali? Yes, I know. It's only coming from one source that I always listen to. But when it's coming from one source, whoever it is, I always pay attention. No, I pay attention. I mean, I pay attention. I can take it. I can share it. But I always pay attention. Because when it's only one source, everything can happen. But yeah, today I heard that apparently Cristiano Giuntoli is in love with Liberali. Milan Genoa was there too. No, he was not physically there, but watched the guy, and that's the player that impressed him the most. He's already following him. Liberali, for the people that do not know him, he's 17 years old. Milan Futuro, which is the next gen from Juventus at Milan. Milan Futuro made his debut, or at least he started against Genoa, against everything and all the odds. And apparently today he could also start. Well, at least Luca Monblano told me, Beppe, from the sources I have, today he starts again, confirmed, 17 years old. So pay attention, Liberali, attacking midfielder, 17 years old, big talent. Giuntoli is in love. 2026 the contract, which means that in 2026 it's over. So Juventus could, at the end of the season, go and give some cash, because that will be pure plusvalenza for Milan. Don't forget that Italian clubs, they always need some money. If it's coming from plusvalenza, really good, because you make some profit. And it's really impressive. Apparently, Giuntoli says that's the next crack of Italian football. Mattia Liberali. Camarda was... Eneas is saying, I would take Camarda. Camarda, in the summer, I told you that he didn't sign his contract with Milan, and he could have gone where he wanted, and Juventus was there. Juventus said, we are the club, we take him. We already promote him immediately in next gen. If this year Milan didn't create Milan Futuro, or if it was not approved or not on time, Camarda would have been a Juve player, because he's 16, he would have had his spot, starting spot probably in Juventus next gen, with open window to the first team, which is actually doing now with Milan. So at the end, he's a Milanista, he loves Milan, he knew about the project, and he stayed. But Juventus was really serious about him. Then you can't do anything about a 16-year-old club that is choosing for the club that is supporting since a kid, and they're offering him a project that is next gen with open window to the first team. You can't. You can't. He's still waiting for his first goal in Serie A. That will probably happen this season, and that will be a huge, big joy. But Liberali there. Oh, then if thanks to Fonseca or whoever the coach comes, they are starting to play with continuity, Liberali, and they offer him a new contract, because that's what they will do if they start seeing that he's playing. And if he sees that he started playing, he will accept, and then it's already over. Then Sarez is saying, what about Adzic? This is the question that I asked as well, because they are playing in more or less the same position. But it's far, far, far. In terms of talks, it's far away. Voila. About Liberali. It starts to be a bit colder, that Maldini pista. But it's also a long time that I didn't hear really about him. Is there a change of Tutti joining you? Who? But no, guys. But you are always living in nostalgia, guys. It is over. You want to show the love that you have for Moiskin? Go on Apple Music or go on Spotify. You download his new album. Guys, what can I tell you? That you can do. The first album of Moiskin. Basta. Get over it. Get over it. It's over. No, we will not go for Moiskin. Like, we will not bring back Kulusevski. How did you know, Beppe? How did I know what? About the album of Moise? Everyone knows, no? Ah, you already did. Ah, bravo, Loca. You see? To be honest, I didn't listen yet to it. I will try to do it maybe later today. Maybe later I will listen. I heard that some people were a bit disappointed, especially football fans, because they wanted to get to know Moise a bit better through the songs, which was not. It's not something about his life or his emotion. So, okay, but Moise is not even the talk here, because otherwise we'll go with an episode here that is way too long. What else did I want to say? Tomori, Milan situation, Juve we spoke, Kenan Yildiz we spoke. You want to know about Tonali? Today, U-turn from Zazzaroni. Big U-turn. But wait. How much do we have here? 129 likes. It's not a lot, huh? one more sub than when I started. I thought that you would be happy, guys, that we did that live instead of a video. We have like 100 now we had 150 likes. We have one more sub. Information about Tomori that we anticipated and that we are giving you in detail, that you will hear nowhere in English. Nowhere. Nobody will tell you that. Dai. I know that you want to know about Zazzaroni. Zazzaroni, today he made a U-turn. So after 2 days, out of nowhere, being the only one to speak about Kenan, Yildiz, Fagioli, Tonali, the English club that is in auto management is considering Tonali not for sale, untouchable. Tonali, stop from Newcastle. The entourage from Paul Mitchell, 55 million euro are not enough, or would not be enough. It's already some time that the Saudi Arabia is not putting money anymore in the club. The Azzurro, Tonali, is earning 16 million euro gross per season. He has beautiful words for the team and the supporters of Newcastle. Ragazzi, here, honestly, what can we say? Yesterday I told you, forget about Tonali in January. It will not happen. It's true that there is some interest from Juve, but forget about it. I told you yesterday in the video. I said the entire truth about Tonali. Today they come out with Corriere dello Sport. They made up everything. Tonali, the price, 55 million euro. Kenan, Yildiz, Fagioli, not in the deal, but sacrificing them to have money to go for Tonali, etc. They made up 2 days, not 1, 2 days, not in a small, in big page from page. Today they go with stop Newcastle. 55 million will not be enough, so they are asking probably more money that they paid for Tonali after 1 year that he didn't play for, by the way. And Tonali suddenly has beautiful words for the club, for the supporters, and they just discovered that Saudi Arabia said to Newcastle, we have pumped up money into the club, now it's up to you to manage, so you cannot give for free to Tonali, guys. If you go, look, if you have an information or you have a start of a thing and you want to take responsibility for that news as a journalist, as a director, even more, you can put that news, I don't know, here, or if you're looking at Tuttosport, for example, first page, you could possibly go, I don't know, here, like interest Juve on Tonali. What could potentially be the possibilities to get the money for it? Why not? Because you are informing, you are telling us it is, pay attention, probably opportunity, could be, pay attention, follow the track. There are some words that are, but if you go 2 days, but seriously, 2 days with huge big pages, with Tonali in big, next to him, Fagioli, Kenan, Yildiz, the names, the pictures, then you cannot go just like that with the third day. So not even 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, 2 days later with stop from Newcastle. How is it possible that yesterday Newcastle put a price like they were ready, they wanted the money, and now it's stop? How is it possible that you're selling us that? How is it possible? The reality is that indeed Newcastle and Tonali, they are in talks to maybe split there, but it's not in a rush, urgent. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. Tomori. Doesn't have to be Tomori. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. So they have a bit time to go and look somewhere. Bepperiso, the agent, is looking, he's speaking. Probably he also spoke with Juve. But it's not something urgent. It's not a priority. It makes not even sense to go and sacrifice players to go for him in January, because that's not what we need today. How great and how fantastic the player is. So Tonali to Juve, no in January. Then maybe in July. You never know. Huh? You never know. You stop with, I don't know, Douglas Luiz, you McKennie sold, whatever. And you want to go for Tonali. Why not? Why not? Fagioli's got, but not today. Makes no sense. So, according to me, it was a beautiful story to push, because Juventus won 4-0 and they were a bit pissed off, but to push a bit and to boost a bit these pages, because of course you turn it how you want. What are we speaking about since 3 days? About Corriere dello Sport. Usually we are always speaking about them, and now we are speaking about them. So, genius move from Zazzaroni. Of course, you're losing credibility. That's a fact, huh? That's a fact. And I said yesterday, with all the respect, because I don't want to enter private situation in difficult moments, but guys, if you, with all the love I have for Niccolò, but if you stop with Niccolò because of past problem, he want to get better, and you bring in a player that had exactly the same story, the same similarity, then you're a bit sadomasochist. No, just saying. Then you're looking for problems. If there is no problem, great, huh? If there are, then it's you know it. Checking a bit of your comments, my friends. Nicola, it's early in the USA, Beppe. The likes will pile up later in the day. Bravo. Good. Beppe, you think we will go for Hancko and Tomori, or Hancko or Tomori? So I already explained all the situation Tomori, so forget about Tomori in January. Hancko is, and that's what I wrote in the title, wants Juve as soon as possible. If he could come here. But it's Feyenoord that is doing a bit difficult. They know that he wants to leave, and maybe we can even find a way to let him come. So it's not a no. It's not a no. I think that something can be found, but Feyenoord, they have the power on their side. They know that Juventus, they need a player, and they need a player fast. But Feyenoord, they are not stupid guys, huh? You know, I was looking today at this, which is the games that they play. So 2 games, no, 1 game, the 22nd, so in 2 days against PSV, that is always a big shock. They are 4th at the moment, huh? They are 4th at the moment. 7 points from the leader, 4th. That is not a Champions League spot in the Eredivisie. Then they play 12th of January against Feyenoord. And then pay attention, because that's the remaining games they have in Jan. They have Willem II, Bayern Munich in Champions League, Almere and Lille in Champions League. Transfer market will be influenced a lot, but seriously a lot, by Champions League. At the moment they are 18th. They have 10 points, which is actually 1 point less than Juve. So they are in their run for the top 24. They play Bayern. You can maybe even think that Bayern will win. So they will remain at 10. And then they have a possibility to go with 13 points. You know that with 13 points they qualify. So for Feyenoord, it makes no sense to give away him before the 29th. Do you get what I mean? Because 2 more games in Champions League for Feyenoord is huge, huh? Is huge in terms of entries, in terms of, because it's two games that we are speaking about, huh? It's a lot, huh? So the Champions League format will have an impact on the Mercato, guys, that we never saw before, because if Hancko goes to Juve, he cannot play the last 2 games of Champions League with Juve, huh? Did you know that? You were aware of that. So whatever player that you sign cannot play the 2 last games of Champions League with a new team. Even if he didn't play Champions League before this season, so if you buy a player from Fiorentina, let's say Fiorentina, because we always buy players from Fiorentina, you cannot insert them now in the list. I believe you can put them for the knockout stages, for the playoffs. Knockout stages for sure. Playoffs, I think. I hope so. But for the last 2 games of the Girone from the group, you cannot. So they would love to keep him. So they would love to keep him as long as possible. But what is as long as possible? It's until the 29th of January. 29th of January. But Juventus, they need a defender as soon as possible. Because if you say until the 29th of January, by the way, transfer market stops on the 3rd of February this year. What does that mean? The player is arriving in the beginning of February. The time, a bit of adaptation, understanding, environment, you're already in the middle of February. If in best case scenario, you know how many games we will play in January. So, and they say, we know, because I see Acrepi, they saying, Beppe, but the player wants to leave. Yeah, they are not against it, but you really want, with all the things that we just mentioned you, pay more. That's the thing. At the end, I hope, and I hope so, I really hope so, and I'm even a bit confident that Hancko will come. But probably you will overpay these 2, 3, 4, 5 million euro more. That probably, if Feyenoord was already eliminated from the Champions League, you would not have. You know what I mean? It's big, guys? More than you think. More than you think. Mamma mia, I didn't say thank you to Junior Mas, grandissimo Junior. That's, mamma mia, oh, look at that. I said thank you to a lot of people, not to Junior Mas. Junior, merci mon ami. Thank you, my friend. Really, really, really appreciate it. Gianni, Beppe, I have a serious question for you. Oh la la. How are you doing financially after you quit and focus on YouTube? Mamma mia. That's a serious question. I don't know if people are interested in how Beppe is doing financially in the middle of the day when it's a Mercato is crazy song. No, but you know it. In all honesty, and I don't want to take hours on it. In all honesty, I had a really beautiful job that was paying really well, where I had a car from the company, a beautiful one, by the way. I had the phone, I had the trips that were paid back, expenses. So I had a beautiful salary. I gave up to focus here, and it's absolutely not the same. So I'm not dying, but it's not easy. Let's say it's not easy. But we can do better. We can do much better. And at the moment, I'm surviving, so it's okay. Thank you for the question. Tonali, did we answer? Yeah, we answered. No, of course, it's not the same. I know, true. That's true, huh? If I always said that if I need to go back to work, it's over. Then I will do maybe a post game just to be together, keeping the. But no. Then I stop. I stop. A few videos here and there when I really want to say something, but then it's over with the channel. That's a fact. If I'm not able to reach at least what I had in the past with the ads, and I'm never asking any money from you, you know that, or membership or donations but no, I have a date in mind. If I'm not able to, thanks to the ads, to the people who are watching the videos, and it's over. But that's another discussion. Don't put me in a sad mood, because it's the 20th of December. I want to speak about nice things. Antonio Silva is still alive. Good question. He's still alive because with all the we already found an agreement with the Hancko, with Feyenoord about he will come to Juve, everything, but we don't know when and how much to anticipate. That's the big problem. If Antonio Silva could possibly come on loan, but it's a loan. Yeah, because a crappy thing is too much money. It's too expensive. Voilà. No, Kolo Muani is the player that falls in the category opportunity. Opportunity. A player that potentially in Serie A could be fantastic. He was really great in Germany. I always say there is a pre-last penalty missed. Or penalty. I always say penalty, but it's not true. It's not penalty. It's that 4-3 shot. It's that 4-3 shot of a final of the World Cup against Argentina. There is a pre-Kolo Muani shot saved by Dibu, and there is a post. It's a player that needs to find again happiness, but it's a good player. It's a good player, but it's a player that I would not go for. The problem is that Paris Saint-Germain, they signed him for 90 million euro 2 seasons ago. And with all the respect of Al-Khelaifi, if they sell him, they will ask a lot of money. I'm not saying 90, because that's not anymore what the player is worth. But we go to our 60. Juventus cannot offer 60. And I don't see today Kolo Muani being the replacement of Dusan Vlahovic, for example. So, is it fake news? No, it's not fake news. I know the news about Kolo Muani since, I believe, the 13th of December. But if you go for it, it's an opportunity as a loan for 6 months without obligation. You pay the remaining part of the salary until of the end of the year, and it's probably an open window to other clubs from Premier League that would come for him, paying Paris Saint-Germain at the end of the season. Maybe it's a player that you can make a special contract until the end of the Club World Cup, so until mid-July instead of end of June loan. And that's an opportunity. And that's something that Juventus could even go for. But I don't see a Juventus for Kolo Muani, for example, to go with an obligation. An obligation, they can put it without even targets for Hancko. Loan with obligation to buy whatever it costs. Whatever happens, we sign him at the end of the season. No link to Champions League qualification, no links to appearances. It's a player that we sign. For Kolo Muani, it's a player that you don't put any obligation, that you put nothing. You just have a loan. Like Alcaraz, there was an option. There was an option of 50 million euros, totally out of proportion. You saw what happened. You take him, maybe they can even put an option at 60 million euro. You take him and then you say, no, merci. No, thank you. Let me say thank you to Masgana Leonard. Thank you, Masgana Leonard. Thank you, Leo. Leo that is supporting the channel. He heard about Beppe being in financial trouble, so he said, you know what, I will support Beppe, the channel. Thank you, my friend. It was absolutely not the request, but really thank you for your appreciation of the channel. Thank you, really, thank you. In the future, we can go for Nico Paz. Nico Paz is not owned by Como. He's a player that is owned by Real Madrid. This player is doing really well at Como. A lot of potential. I was not doubting that he would do well. So, I don't see... You don't deal with Como, you deal with Real Madrid after the season that he's going for. It's really difficult. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But it's true that today I was watching the update of December from the most valuable Serie A talents under 21. And you want the positions? I can tell you. Wait, 10th position. Most valuable player according to transfer market, of course. You know what? Wait. I will put it here. Wait. Split guest. Let me take that away. Up. I was preparing this also for the video of today, but as we are live, maybe I can do a short about that one. What do we see here? 10th position, Baldanzi, that lose a bit of value. He lost 1 million of his previous value, according to Transfer Market, guys, and he goes at 14. Comuzzo from Fiorentina, plus 11 million, goes from 4 million to 15 million. I always tell you, under 21 from Serie A. Kayode, lose 4 million, goes to 18 million, 8th position. Number 7, Boni from Parma, goes at 20 million euro, winning 5 million. By the way, backstage story about Boni. When he was younger, Juventus did medicals with him, and they were not convinced. A few years ago. They really wanted to sign Boni. They were already, so they were not wrong. Then he didn't go. Paz, that arrived in Serie A, or at least the last update was 15 million euro value, increase at 20, you see, and we are only in December. If he continue to play like that, it will be again a player with a big value. And don't forget, the value of Transfer Market is not the request of the club. Depends on the length of the contract, the year, the potential. Dorgu, 20 million plus 8 million euro, also because he's playing a more offensive position. Soule is losing already 3 million euro because he's never playing. 22. Castro, that is doing fantastically well with Bologna. It's a good player. Should I be unpopular or not? Should I be extremely unpopular about Castro? Looks like he's from the same family of Carlitos Tevez, the heir of Tevez. Young, he's not like Tevez, but that's why I say the far cousin of Tevez. He has that. Grazie, Claude. Member of the channel, just supporter. Thank you. Really, 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 really appreciate it. Merci, Claude. Thank you, Claude. Thank you, my friend. Scalvini stays there, 45 million euro. And then you have a Yildiz that is number 1 in terms of under 21, is 19. 45 million euro, increase with 5 million. Then I don't know who is doing the transfer market value, but I never understand why our players from Serie A are valued so low. If I see the same players, the same potential in another league, they have a minimum 15 million euro more. Baldanzi in Premier League would have 30 million value. Soule of Premier League would have had 60 million euro. Easy, huh? Easy. I will never get that. I will never get that. Bravo. Saraz is saying, if you're looking at Menu, 55. He's a good player. I love Menu. But, guys, yeah, but one more minute und wir schließen. We close. One more minute, guys. What do you want? What do you want to say? What do you want to know? We spoke about a lot, huh? Savona value exploded. Yeah, he went to 7, huh? Or is there a new update that I didn't check? The last I checked was 7. Let me cook. Nicolo Savona. Mamma mia. That's a plus 100%, eh? Attenzione. He's top 10 then, eh? He's top 10. Top 10 under 21. You want to see the entire Juve in terms of values? Let's go with Dusan lost a bit. That I knew. He lost 5 million, I believe. Bremer stays there. Koopman has lost 5 million as well. Douglas Luiz lost 5 million. Then you have a Yildiz that gained 5. Cambiaso goes to 40. I don't know what was the previous one from Andrea. Let me check. It was at 30. He went to 40. Which is not bad, huh? Which is not bad. Gattone stays there. Kalulu went to 26. That's already no, wait. So, cambiado. Conceição goes to 36. Thuram stays there, which is good, because I think he lost at a certain moment. Nico Gonzalez, but he was injured, but 35. Locatelli, 28. Kalulu, 26. He's gaining. Gatti remains there. McKennie, 24. 24, Fagioli. Di Gregorio, 18. Weah increased. Savona, we just mentioned him, doubled. Juan Cabal stopped at 9. Bangula, 8. 5 for Arthur. By the way, Arthur could finally go on loan in La Liga in the winter. Danilo drops. Milik 4. Perin 3. Perin 3 is really low. Huh? Rui 2. Adzic 2. And Pinsoglio 200k. Why so low, guys? It's a third goalkeeper. He's never playing, guys. What do you want? And he's already how old? 34 now. There is no value for Pinsoglio today. Okay. Can we get to 200 likes before we close? We are at 180. Just to boost it also for the people that will watch the replay. Yes, Remco is still a Juve player. Arthur is just not playing. Bravo. Okay, 16 to go. That's the real question. Perin, only 3. That's the real question. What game I will check over the weekend? But we are lucky that Juventus is playing Sunday. That means I stop watching the games if Juventus don't win. So if Juventus play Friday and we don't win, I'm pissed off for the remaining part of the weekend, and then I'm pissed off. I don't watch the games anymore, except if, I just put it on television without watching and I look at the score like that, but I'm not... So now we are lucky because Juventus is playing on Sunday evening. That means that today I will probably watch Milan, and then tomorrow I will watch the games until I can, because tomorrow we do the watch-along, pre-game watch-along and post-game live. 7 likes for the 200s, and then we did it. Then it depends if I will watch the Monday game or not. Because Inter, they're always playing on Monday. They're always playing on Monday. Disaster. Bravo, Paul. We didn't speak about that, but tomorrow we speak. Tomori we speak about Juve with the press conference also of Tiagone Motta. What will he say? Ciao, Matteus. Ciao, grande. Ceppi's fantastic. Barreto should have been fantastic. At the moment, he's not breaking through. Talent. But Ceppi, bravo. And also bravo to you, because we reached and we surpassed even 201 likes. Grazie, Bob Anthony O'Connor. Ciao, Amatsako. Devan Patricel. Ciao, Beppe. I finished school early today. That's right on time to watch the replay because we are closing. Ciao Acrepi, ciao Clément, ciao Joseph, ciao Junior Mas, ciao Bob Anthony O'Connor. No, I said it twice because I like the name. Ciao a tutti, forza Juve, ciao.